What's up guys, how's it going? This is John with New Dads, and today I want to do a review of the CADeN camera sling bag. Because I've been looking at bags for a while, sling bags specifically for cameras, and I ended up doing the Amazon thing, buying 4 of them, and ended up with the CADeN. So I want to go through kind of the characteristics of the bag and why I chose this bag. So first of all, form factor, I didn't want a full-on backpack because I already have a backpack, and sometimes that backpack is the bag that I carry my laptop in and all my other work stuff. Other times it's the diaper bag, which has, kids' clothing, diapers, etc. And so I didn't want another backpack because I didn't want to I seldomly have a backpack just to go out shooting. And so, my primary reason for getting a bag was to get all my equipment in one place seamlessly, and I needed access to any and all of my equipment like that. So obviously the diaper bag is not going to work because if I want to grab something, I need to take it off and, put it down on the floor and then look through the pockets and stuff to get there, rummage through the diapers and all that. Not gonna work. Same thing with the work bag. Too many pockets, not organized enough. I can't just sling it around and switch a lens real quick. So that's why I decided to go with the sling bag. So the other practical reasons I went with the sling is because a lot of times I'm shooting in airports and stuff with the little ones, or just kind of on the go, and I needed a bag that can fit inside my backpack, especially when we're traveling, because that carry-on thing, right? Usually we don't have enough allowance for bags, so I need to consolidate, so this can go in my work backpack and it counts as one carry-on. So very practical reason. The other thing is my backpack, when it's full, it doesn't fit under strollers. This is a dad channel, and I'm very constrained sometimes to the space that the stroller has. So this thing does fit under the stroller very nicely if for whatever reason I need to take a break and take this off. So there's that. And then the other reason is when I'm ergoing the kid, I can use this, throw it over my shoulder like this, and I can still have the ergo and carry the baby in front of me. So those were kind of the practical reasons why I wanted to go with a sling and not a full-on backpack. It'd be hard to be carrying a kid here and access pockets. Like, you definitely have to take the backpack off at least one strap and then access your stuff. But with this, you can just kind of slide it and access your stuff here. So that's why I chose to go with the sling. So getting a little bit into the bag here, this is a triangular design, which is really awesome in my opinion. You can have quick access to your stuff. So here you can, boom, take out your camera just like that. There is enough room in here for the camera and also the Rode mic. I use the Rode Micro or Mini, the smallest one. And so there's enough room here to where I can just put the camera sideways actually, and then if there's something that I need to catch really quickly, just bust this out, camera, it's good to go. And yeah, so that's kind of the primary way that I'm going to use this. The second thing about this is that there's this nice little pocket here, which you can see I'm storing my Joby Gorilla Pod. So that's super practical, and I'm super confident that this is not going to fall out. There's a Velcro here keeping it in place, and then this is just snug on its own. So that was cool. The other thing is on the bottom there are straps for a tripod holder. So that was really awesome. I really have access to anything and everything I need really quickly. So I can normally this has a plate under. I can just snap the Joby Gorilla Pod on and start vlogging. If I need to, for whatever reason, get a very stable shot, take out the tripod, which is this is a Traveler Mi Photo or something like that, very light, so I can throw the camera on that. On this side I carry the audio, I forget what this is called. I think it's called, oh yeah, it's a Tascam DR5 I think that's what it's called. So that goes in this pocket for whatever reason. If it's windy or whatever, need to do an interview on the spot, take it out. It's right there. I'm not sure if that's where it's gonna stay forever, but you know, good place for it. And then we get into the pockets here in the front. It's just really easy to access, as you can see. So here, you know, you got a little, actually let me put this camera back in. No reason to keep carrying it. Right, and just close up the zippers like this. As you can tell, my stuff's not gonna fall out. Like, this is an awesome triangular design. But anyways, I was talking about the SD cards. Goes into this slot right here, and then extra batteries here. Awesome place for it. And then there's enough room here for some other smaller things, like if I need to, you know, throw in a GoPro in here for whatever reason, a 360 cam, which I would like to own at some point. I could just throw in here, just, you know, any random accessories can go right in here. You know, ND filters, whatever. You know, got some clips, which I'm not sure if I'm gonna use or not, but back here, you have space for another thing right here. Usually I'm gonna put, usually I put the ND filters in here, just because it's a nice flat surface. So put it right there. You can put your wallet, or I guess, or whatever. But anyways, this bag is really cool. It's got all the pockets I need, no more, no less, and you know, super easy to use with this triangular design. If I need to switch lenses for whatever reason, I go back to this other side where my audio is, and that's where I'm storing. Oh, actually, I'm not. I'm not storing any extra lenses, but you could put that here. And if for whatever reason you need, you know, some more little nooks and crannies, I think, you know, this would be good for SD cards, but I have the card holder, so I don't need that. But you know, here, pretty spacious. You can see it fits 2 lenses here. I usually shoot with the GH5, so I'm using Micro Four Thirds system. The lenses are a little bit smaller, so, you know, chose that by design. Also, not to mention the budget, you know, and all of that, but I don't need any crazy camera gear right now, so this is just right for me. I could be on a trip, I can just throw everything in here, and off I go. Chargers and stuff go in a different bag because I don't need that, you know, on the go and stuff. So very awesome bag here. The one thing I'll say too, I mean, this on Amazon, this was 30 something bucks, 33-ish. The one thing I'll say is this Peak Design thing. I got this Peak Design bag too because I was like, what's the difference between a $33 bag and a $100 bag? You know, I just had to get it to check it out. You know, honestly, I was quite disappointed with this Peak Design bag. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but in case you're wondering, like, I really don't know why someone would buy this, except for the one reason, is if you're really into like style and aesthetics. You know, you want a slick design. I mean, essentially this sling here, the 5-liter, it's like a fanny pack. It's a glorified fanny pack. You know, it is very nicely built, weather sealed and everything. But when you open it, it's got 2 kind of slots. One side you can put your camera, the other side you can put your lenses. You know, it does have a pocket in here which you can put stuff in, but that's about it that you get with this. You know, you can put a drone in here, which is cool. But you know, no place for tripod, no place for Joby Gorilla Pod. It's just one big, you know, holding cell, I guess. And again, it looks really slick. It's super nice, but I can't justify spending $100 on this. You know, they do sell like camera attachments that you can attach to this, but then, you know, it's not protected and stuff. And again, my purpose for getting a sling was number 1, to carry it around day to day, but also to be able to fit it in a backpack. But if the camera is outside of this sling bag, what's the point of having this sling bag? So anyways, if you're considering this, I mean, Amazon return policy is really great. You can get it for yourself, or you can take my word for it. But anyways, yeah, I guess I just wanted to end with, you know, just size, what it looks like. I guess it looks big from that angle, but it's way smaller than a backpack. You know, I'm 5'7". You can see this is kind of like, I don't know, it's half the size of a backpack, I guess. And I guess I should have brought my backpack down here so I can show you, but this fits into my Swiss, I think the brand is Swiss backpack. So anyways, this is a great purchase. I'm gonna stick with this for sure. You know, you can switch lenses on the side. I did see one complaint that it can only go over one shoulder, but I'm not sure that's the case too, because you can take this off and put it on the other side, and then you can wear it on whatever shoulder is best for you. So anyways, I think I talked a lot about this bag. It's really awesome. I'm gonna keep it for sure. I mean, I mentioned the other bags I got too. Those are bigger bags, kind of almost like backpacks. So I'm not gonna keep those, but thanks for watching. This is New Dads. It's a channel for new dads, anybody with a soft spot for new dads. Sometimes I do product reviews if I find a product that I really like, so that's what this is. Consider subscribing for content about new dads, you know, anything about new fathers, especially in the first 5 years of fatherhood. So if you're into that kind of content, consider subscribing. Again, thanks for watching. Make it a great day. Have a good one.